The room fell silent the moment he walked in. A tall man in his late 30s, wearing a weathered navy jacket and holding a small photo frame tucked beneath his arm, stepped into the Admirals' Hall, a place where only the most decorated and elite gathered. No one recognized him, yet. The three admirals seated at the round table exchanged amused glances as the stranger approached, clutching his worn duffel bag like it carried pieces of a forgotten war name. One admiral asked curtly. The man raised his eyes. "Lieutenant Commander Nathan Cole, retired." The other admiral smirked. "And your call sign, Commander?" The way they said it, mocking, half curious, half dismissive, made a few officers nearby chuckle. To them, he was just another washed-up pilot. A single dad who probably lost his spark years ago. Nathan paused, his jaw tightening. "Valor Phantom," he said quietly. The laughter stopped for a split second, then resumed, louder this time. One of the admirals leaned back, clearly unimpressed. "Valor Phantom? That's dramatic." But the name had weight, a weight they didn't understand yet. A weight carved in blood, loss, and silent heroism. As Nathan stood there, memories of his past flickered like a storm behind his eyes. The night sky over the Arabian Sea, the radio crackling, the sound of his best friend screaming through static before his jet went down. Nathan had been the last man in the sky that night, the one who stayed behind to fight off enemy drones while his unit escaped. The one who saved a dozen lives but lost his co-pilot, his brother in arms, and later, his marriage. Now, years later, he was just a single father raising his 10-year-old son, Jake, trying to teach him how to be strong without becoming hard. The admiral's voice pulled him back. "Phantom, huh? You sure that's not just a ghost story?" Nathan smiled faintly. "Maybe. But some ghosts never stop protecting the living." The room shifted, something in his tone silencing even the laughter. One of the younger officers, a woman barely in her 20s, leaned forward. "Sir, are you the Valor Phantom? The pilot from Operation Silent Storm?" The three admirals exchanged glances. "That was years ago," one said. "The report said that pilot was classified." Nathan didn't answer. He placed the photo frame gently on the table, a picture of his fallen co-pilot and his old unit. Below it, a medal none of them had ever seen, a special commendation signed by the Joint Chiefs. "You shouldn't believe everything you read," Nathan said quietly. "Sometimes heroes don't come home to medals or glory. Sometimes they just come home to raise their kids." One admiral, the youngest of the three, shifted uncomfortably. He had heard stories whispered in classified briefings of a lone pilot who held enemy forces off for 37 minutes to save an entire convoy. Of a ghost on radar, a jet that seemed to vanish and reappear mid-air. They called him Phantom because no one could believe he was real. "So why are you here?" the eldest admiral finally asked. Nathan's eyes softened. "Because my son thinks heroes only wear uniforms. I came to show him that real valor begins at home, in the quiet things. In being a father, in standing up when the world has forgotten your name." The room grew heavy with silence. The admirals, once smirking, now looked at him with a different kind of respect, the kind that words can't fake. A few minutes later, the doors opened again, and a boy with a shy smile and navy cap too big for his head peeked inside. "Dad?" Nathan turned, kneeling to meet his son's eyes. "I'm here, buddy." Jake looked around at the decorated walls, the medals, the flags, and then back at his father. "Are they gonna let you fly again?" Nathan smiled softly. "No, son. But maybe one day, you will." One of the admirals stood, clearing his throat. "Commander Cole, or should I say, Valor Phantom, it would be an honor to have you speak at the Naval Academy's next commencement." Nathan blinked in surprise. "Sir?" The admiral nodded. "Our young officers could learn a lot more from a man who's seen war, loss, and still knows how to love than from any manual." As Nathan left the hall with Jake's hand in his, one of the officers whispered, "He really is the Phantom." The boy looked up at his father. "Why do they call you that?" Nathan smiled. "Because sometimes, son, the best things we do, no one ever sees." The video would fade here, to his silhouette walking down the sunlit hallway, his son's small hand gripping his, two shadows merging into one. And on the screen, the words appear: "True valor isn't about glory. It's about love, sacrifice, and never letting go even when no one's watching. Then a gentle voiceover: if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Help us spread stories of real heroes, because somewhere out there, a father, a mother, or a soldier needs this reminder today. And as the screen fades to black, the echoes of jet engines fade into soft music, the legend of Valor Phantom living on, not in the skies, but in the heart of a son who finally knows his father is a hero.